How we doing out there? I hope everybody is well and blessed on this day. Uh, I'm just here to share a few thoughts on this Rodney Reed situation. As it grows attention, time after time, again, we have seen, the system fall, short of granting people in this situation exactly what's right. By this time, I would think that we were at a better place and in a better mind when it comes to things like this. There's one God, and that God is the person that determines, exactly when we come and exactly when we go. And dealing with situations where it's shaky, information going on and things that just really don't add up, and people coming forth years later. We see this time again, where people had done 20, 30 years and they let them out and they feel like paying them a little money is worth something, and it's not worth the time that somebody has spent, away from their family, away from their kids, lost all of these years with them. People have came and went out of their life that they would never get to, have gain that time back with. And, they feel like compensating them some money is the thing to do. Why not from the beginning when somebody told you that something wasn't right, go back and let's get the facts together, and see how we can come about this, and make sure that everything is right. You dealing with, somebody's life in your hand. This is a serious situation. You know, uh, this is past, to me, really the governor. This is as a people as a whole. As time and time again we see these type of things going on. We have to come together and push for getting it out the system. People on death row, at this point from all them cases from way back yonder when the DNA, technology wasn't the same that we have today. Some of those cases, a lot of them need to be reviewed. If somebody's saying something ain't right, you know, something possibly may not be right. It doesn't give everybody the right, to try to get out of a situation, but we do need to hear those that need to be heard. We do need to look at those that need to be looked at. This to me, it's like if they couldn't do it one way, they gonna do it another, and that's how I feel about it. That's really all it is. And when it comes to taking somebody's life, it's a serious situation, and we have to really look at the facts of things and really get those clarified. And I just can speak from experience where I had a run in, where I was, misidentified for somebody. And the thing about it was I ended up getting out of the situation. I still was locked up for a certain amount of time. I still lost a little bit of time, but I did learn something from that situation. Had I had not had a support team around me and somebody that was supportive, and really believed in me and understood that, I didn't do what they accused me of. I simply was walking from the store and somehow they said that I looked like somebody that, had robbed somebody from down the way, and I was, looking like somebody in the same clothes. Basically it later came about that it just looked like it was a loophole just to, step to me and handle me the way that they did. But if I did not have a support team around me, you know, who knows? I may would have lost my life. I may would have lost a lot of time. And that's how they keep, getting people and locking them in that system, is because a lot of these people don't have the money to pay, no major, lawyer fees or something like that to get the proper, judgment due, and to get the proper time to have everything looked at the way that it needs to be looked at, and have, all the files pulled that need to be pulled at the time. So, I just want to say that, we need to really look at this situation. We really need to take the time and analyze exactly what we're gonna do, because taking somebody's life is really serious. In these cases, and have happened time and time again where people are truly innocent, from whatever it is they accused of. But because they don't have the funds and they don't have the support team around them, a lot of these people don't have mothers and fathers around. They don't have, brothers and sisters that got no money, or somebody that's going to support them and back them up when they back against the wall. So, all they can depend on is the system, and the system fails them. When they all they get a court appointed lawyer. The court appointed lawyer is working with them. If they get you, get you locked down, that's more better for them. So they not gonna work as hard. Now I'm not gonna take that away and say every one of them not, because it is truly some good ones that's gonna work hard and do what they supposed to do. But you have a large mass that really don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, let's look at the facts of the situation. If you have new evidence coming forward that say this man is innocent, why not take the time to look at it before before taking this man's life? That's serious. Not just because it has got to this stature. I think that a lot more cases need to be looked at. If people are pleading out and saying that they didn't do something, and the DNA technology was different from where it is today, let's go back and pull them records and try to get these people free, because it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. People could be out here being productive citizens, for the purpose of everybody, past just the community of where they come from, but what do you lead them with? You know what I'm saying? And when you get out, when they get out, you compensate them. What does that do for them? You all these years that went by. Where does that lead them at mentally? It's just it's crazy. We have to get on top of this, and for the future, just really push for no execution. That's what we really need to chant for, is really no execution, period. Because I don't believe the judgment is in another man's hand; it's in God's. And that's just really how it is. We need to push for no execution, period. We gonna stand to have had this case looked at, but past that, let's push for no execution. Let's take that law up out of here, because it needs to be done away with. That's an old way of dealing with stuff. And this is a new generation and a new time that we living in, and from all these cases that's dealt with 20 and 30 years old, man, come on. It do better to put somebody away for the rest of their life, knowing that they can't get out and see another day, rather than take their life. So let's do a little bit better, Free Ronnie Reed, and I hope everything, goes well on his end, because, the facts that's pointing to the situation and all the speculation is saying that it's something different. So let's hope that he make it back home, and let's push for no execution. No execution. All right? Y'all have a blessed day.